Yeah, I think obviously there were a lot more. There were a buzz around the town. You see people coming out shops around, people speaking to you, buzzing. Oh, how are you feeling? We've not been here in so long. Kind of, you could see what it meant to the fans about being back at Wembley and just getting to go have a trip out and watch the team down there. So putting kind of my fans hat on. Obviously, I'm a supporter of the club as well as a player. So like it were a buzz to know that Halifax were back at Wembley and kind of the buzz that it brought around the town and the number of fans we took down that day. I think kind of showed that it did bring the fans back again and kind of brought a buzz around the town for that week.
Oh, they all come to the surface when they wanted free tickets.
Yeah, I think obviously being where I'm from, I think they were trying to tap them free tickets a bit more than anyone else. But yeah, they were really happy to obviously that they were going to be getting a day out at Wembley.
Mom and dad, closer family say, oh, we need to book flight, have a look. They were already send me plane ticket from everywhere. Oh, we can fly from north of France, no problem. We land in Manchester, we land in London. So it was more straight into, oh, am I going to help to get them here? They managed to get a good one, but that was a main being. I got a few of my best mates as well texting straight away, oh, unreal, what are you doing? We want to come. So it was just all positive news, yeah, in the end.
Oh yeah, no, it wasn't too bad to be fair. I think my dad goes every year and my cousins and they go to watch the Challenge Cup final regardless, so everyone already kind of had tickets booked and we're going to the game anyway, so it was just icing on the cake that we'd obviously made it there as well.
It's quite a good spectacle. We can get a few games in with a ticket card, so it's a good game. The Challenge Cup I only watched the first half, but that was a real good game on it. So I think as a whole, especially with us winning, every weekend enjoyed by everyone.
But then it's just the logistics of it, to be fair. I think you've got an awful lot of stuff that goes on in the background from an office point of view for Sarah and the rest and Jenna, that, you know, just logistically trying to get people from A to B.
Because we were just staying in the same hotel and we were using the same bus company. So Jenna did a lot of the liaison with the bus company, but we almost like found a hotline to the right people to speak to at the Village Hotel. So I just kind of picked up from there and said, listen, everything that you did for the semi-final was perfect. Can we replicate it again on this date? And they were like, yeah, same numbers. I'm like, no, I need a few more numbers. Yeah, no problem. So you need a bit more food? Yes, please. So it was, like you say, it was just the accumulation of another 50 emails. But sorted it. Everything's waiting for you when you get there. So yeah, the fact that we used the same hotel, same chain, same everything, that made the prep easier. The lads knew what they were doing as well. I think that was probably one of the good things about playing London away in the semi-final. It was a trial run for everything in preparation for the final. So the final's going to be in Wembley. What's the worst case? How much prep do we need to be good at Wembley? Well, we'll play London away. And we got London away. Perfect. I remember saying that on the bus when we got the draw. So at least if we beat London away, we'll have a good idea of what to expect when we play at Wembley.
I think the first thing that we thought about was obviously you got a game to win, and going to London was honestly no easy feat, as we found out, a very tight game, very close. I think we all knew it would be, but at that point you don't want to let your mind wander too far into the future. You just try to deal with what you're doing in the here and now.
A little bit hectic. We've had people coming in for orders of 25 and 30 tickets. There's been a lot online as well that I'm going to go upstairs and do. But no, very good, very positive. We're all sat together. Can't wait. A lot of people coming in that have never been before or haven't been coming regularly, so that's really good.
And it's day one. There's plenty to go. Are you ready for the carnage?
Yeah. No, we're there. Luke said we'll cope.
Yep,
yes, very
excited. Expecting a win, even though Batley have just bet us 42-0, and we've got us tickets for seats 129 to Second time I've been this season, been with Shane all.
Yes, excellent. I never thought I'd see the day when I'm going down again. I just want to say thank you to the lads, thank you to the club, and thank you everybody.
How important is it for the town, not just for the club, but for the town?
It's very important. It's crucial for both clubs, Halifax Town, Halifax Rugby, and the council, and Halifax in its entirety.
What were your memories of the last time we went to Wembley?
Oh, that was steaming. What, with facts?
Yeah.
My memories of facts last time I went with Wembley were crying and we picked cup up. I just couldn't help it, like, you know. But hopefully I'll be crying again. But, you know, we shall see, won't we?
That's it. And do you think we can do it? Do you think we can win?
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I'm totally confident. Yeah. The same amount of confident of a week at Mount Pleasant, and it was 42-0. Like, you know, so.
West Yorkshire Sport Daily in the build-up to the weekend, as usual here on BBC Radio Leeds. There's an absolutely mouth-watering West Yorkshire derby in prospect at Wembley, no less, in just over 3 weeks' time. The Batley Bulldogs against Halifax Panthers in the 1895 Cup final. The Panthers, these days we call them, will be returning to Wembley. Still a long time, isn't it, for the first time since 1988, after they beat London Broncos last weekend. Very tight game, 10-6 down in London at Roehampton. Their first win in the capital of any kind for 20 years.
Yeah, it was interesting for me. Obviously, looking up and out and looking to the future. You know, I'm going to be employed by the club when I do leave the Air Force. So it was an opportunity for me to get involved and understand how Halifax Panthers plan currently. But of course, the flash to ban was very quickly. You know, we won that semi-final, and 3 weeks later we're playing the final. So there was limited time to do that. So I thought for the majority, the team worked very well. It was a collaboration of people's views, and everyone had a voice, and then they got off and did the stuff. So I thought generally it went quite well.
So ticketing was the first
ticketing, that seems to, we've got that moving.
Yeah.
It seems to be working. Are we getting a good balance of buying in the shop and online?
Yeah, we've had a big uptake online and in the shop, to be fair.
Yeah.
We've got an initial allocation of 2,100. We've sold 650 at the moment, up to last night.
It's 2 days, though. It's great.
That's 2 days. So we just need to keep pushing it.
We've had a meeting this morning. How's the planning going for Wembley?
Hey, it's going really well, Rick. There's a lot to do, as you well know, what with coaches, tickets, merchandise, events up to and after the final. There's so much to do, but look, we've got a great team. The people are really pulling together. Everybody's on the same sheet. We're trying hard, putting extra hours in. We'll get there, and we'll make it a great occasion for the Panthers.
Just 2 weeks to go until we actually, or just over 2 weeks to go until we actually set off. From a personal, how excited are you?
Look, I'm very excited. Really am. You know me as a Halifax fan. If I wasn't involved at the club, I'd be excited. But I'm really excited for the club and the supporters and the new board as well. You know, this is new for them. It's a great achievement. I'm really excited for Simon Griggs and the team, the lads. They proved last week at London what this club's all about. You could tell from minute one what they wanted, and they were going to achieve it. So excited, of course I am, for all sorts of reasons and for all sorts of people. It's a great stadium, it's a great occasion, and we're going to support a great club.
So today we're building the promo video for the big game coming up at Wembley next week. We've got a special guest narrator. All the audio files have just been done, the track's ready to go, so let's build it and see how it turns out. So that's the promo video finished, so let's have a look and see how it turned out.
a national stage, the one we want, been in our dreams since we were young. Now here we are, decades delayed, to Wembley where legends are made. On hallowed ground, our chances took to write names into history books. This is your time. Brothers in arms, your bond can't break, for this the chance you have to take. Trust and full commitment from 1 through 17. The spirit of 87 in 2023. Inspire the old and brave and new. A sea of mighty white and blue. So chest out in the tunnel and breathe in what's at stake. The Panthers march to Wembley with legends to be made. Visualise the outcome, prepared and in your pride. The whole town is behind you, and know this is your time.
The week before Fev we'd played Sheffield and we had a comfortable lead and we managed to throw that game away. So we knew kind of that Fev game were a big game just to kind of get some confidence back in camp and go into the cup final with a win.
Fev is Fev. Fev's top of the table. Yes, it was a stepping stone to see how we could see ourselves within the league, and we've beaten them before. So it was like, right, let's go out and do a performance rather than look at the result, rather than look at the week after what that occasion was like.
So if we didn't play Fev, if we didn't play anyone, or if we rested a lot of players, something might have gone wrong a week at the final. At least by playing Fev, we just maintained this level of like fitness and strength and mental sharpness. So yeah, and we knew by playing Fev, they wanted to come, they wanted to win every game this year, didn't they? I think they were a little off that we beat them in the cup. So if that wasn't mentioned, I'd be surprised in the Fev camp. So we knew they were coming, and we knew that Batley would come. So it was probably a good prep in that sense.
Well, we had our eye on that game. It was a must win. We needed that win. We needed 2 points for the league. So we're sitting sixth in the league. So if we won that game, give us that little bit of extra buffer. So we didn't go in for weak side. We went in with pretty much our strongest side. So yeah, but went in with the mentality to win that game and get the 2 points because it was the most important game of our season before Wembley. So that's what we went in with.
It was a big game in the context of what we needed to do for the league as well. We needed to win, but obviously you can have your mind on the final as well, and you have to take your mind off that and focus on what's in front.
Because you could think, you're just going to think about Wembley and dish this game out. But in the other way, you're like, no, that's a good test because you knew they're going to put you a very tough game, high intensity, high speed, and also we needed points in the league, so that was just a perfect game, and we'll be at home, so you still wanted to leave a good image of us, like to make sure that the fans were ready to follow us at Wembley and give a little taste of what it would be like. So no, we took this game very seriously. For myself, I was like coming back from Little Niggly with with my knee, so I wanted some reassurance and before going there. So and some of the players we were all still fighting for a place in the team. So you had to play well in that game, and if you play well in that game against top team of the league, that put in a good spot to securing your spot for the week after in Wembley.
Just let's stay in the game, because Featherstone, it's no lie that they're a great side. They're sitting first for a reason, and if we could stay in that game for the first half, it's kind of like the Wembley build-up. If we can stay in that game, then we can pitch it at the end, and it's basically what we did against them.
Would you pick to play Featherstone week before Cup final? I'm not sure. There's pros and cons. Obviously, you're getting a good workout against probably the best team in our division. But then, obviously, if you don't turn up and Fev turn up and you end up coming out at wrong end at scoreline, then could that put a bit of a downer on the week? But I think following that Sheffield game, everyone was confident, knew kind of where it went wrong and what we needed to do differently. And I think everyone really wanted to stake a claim in that Fev game and show people what we can do, kind of.
Stopped by Elijah Taylor. Here's Leroy, finds Jouffre. Out the back to Woodburn. Halifax have men over here, they can use it. Here's Mason. Go on the outside, he's broken through as Mason. Back on the inside to Woodburn Hall. Woodburn Hall's through, and Woodburn Hall surely gonna score. The equalising try. What a movement there from Halifax. And what a hit back, what a response. It's James Woodburn Hall. Last tackle here for Fax. Here's Jouffre. Thought about the pass, covers it through into the goal. And he's sure there's going to be a decision made here. Liam Rush. And there's going to be a sin bin here. For Featherstone, it's Mark Carella. Here's Woodburn Hall. Great ball to Jouffre. Short ball to Matty G. And Matty G powering over. And that's a great try from Matty G. Who goes over after 17 minutes. There's Woodburn Hall, race to the gap. Woodburn Hall's away. Can he take you on? Lovely ball to Pickersgill. Pickersgill gets brought down, but there's still a chance here for Halifax. They can make it on this right hand side. They've got loads of men over. Jouffre. Oh, brilliant defence there from Gareth Gale, it had to be. There's still a chance here for Halifax. There's still men over, but they kick towards a corner. Here's Ben Crooks. Backs the ball back on the Saltonstall. And Saltonstall takes it away, it's a back to one. Wow, I thought Crooks got his hand to that, but Halifax have 6 more tackles. Here on this Featherstone line. Murray gets a loose pass from Crooks. Just sells Halifax attack down. Put down on the 10-metre line. G waits at dummy half. Finds Jouffre. Pops up to Calcott. Calcott takes on Astley, but he gets put down. Still tackles here as Astley really starting to play the ball down. As Moore thought he'd gone for yet another dummy half scoot over the line. Well, Liam Rush stopped play because it was 6-1 half, does the other. Play resumes. Here's Leroy. Hands on to Jouffre. Hankinson comes on the angle. They're telegraphing that play to Jouffre really well at the moment. Moore finds Leroy, thinks all about the pass but keeps hold. Here's Woodburn Hall, out the back to Pickersgill, lovely dummy there, and Jet Mason's over! Brilliant try from Halifax to take the lead! What a response Halifax have made here! And Jet Mason goes over for his 7th try of the season. Destructive running so far this game from Ryan Lannan, is no difference here. Goes into Featherstone's 10-metre areas. Halifax are stacking this near left-hand side. Moore finds Woodburn-Hall, throws a dummy. Woodburn-Hall, it's over, it is! Brilliant try from James Woodburn-Hall! His second try of the game. And Halifax take the lead. 7 minutes into this second half. 24-18 up. Lannan operating in the second row, runs back inside. Makes some good yards there as well. Slow play the ball, 25 metres out. O'Brien finds Calcott. Great run there from Calcott and still going after contact. Thinking about a 1 point maybe. He goes back to Dufresne. Onto Woodburn-Hall. Woodburn-Hall for the drop goal. He gets it! What a drop goal from James Woodburn-Hall! Gets his first drop goal of the season. So about Halifax 7 points in front. Just come up to 9 seconds to go. Here's Leilua stepping inside, looking to break through. Leilua hands off to Carella. Carella breaking through. He kicks through, looking for the chase of Jones, but Walls is back there and collects well. Seconds to go. Saltonstall takes the ball up. Saltonstall. The clock runs out, and Halifax record a famous victory here at the Shea against their old rivals Featherstone Rovers the week before Wembley. Go into it in the best possible way. What a second half performance.
Yeah, definitely, because it was the second time of the season you beat Fev, beat them at home. Like, there were no doubts about how we got the victory. So yeah, it was definitely a big buzz before going to Wembley.
Knocking them off that week before probably did a lot of good for us then, because we knew in our heads if we're beating them, and that's the second time this year we're the best team in the league, then what worries do we have to worry about obviously going to play Batley?
Yeah, well, if you're beating the best team in the comp, it gives you an extra bonus that you think that you can beat that team, even though they beat us 42-0, I think it was, a month before that, and then they got beat by Bradford. So them having a loss and us having a win, our confidence was just sky high.
The confidence it gave them, to do Featherstone twice this season, and the confidence prior to going to Wembley, it was massive. They're not an underconfident group, but that gave them some significant confidence.
Because you kind of gauge yourself on, where everybody else is on the table and things like that. And we couldn't have had a better game, better draw before the final.
best team. I mean, you pick off the best team, so the amount of confidence that you have received from that going into your cup final, you're laughing. Best thing you could have ever done.
I think the run of games we'd had Bradford, and I think Sheffield was in one of the things. I think we had a tough game with them, and then we obviously played London. It was obviously a low scoring game, and we were in the grind. It was right to the thing that obviously set us in good stead. Then we played Fev, obviously thought to be the best team in the league, and we turned them over, so we were obviously really confident coming into the game. And I think Batley I don't know if they had got beat or they got beat, and I think obviously whispers start already, or you know what I mean, they beat Fev, you know what I mean. I think so already the mind games had already started, I think, going into final. But as you know, I don't think form really matters when you're out there at Wembley, but it's certainly talked about before you get there, isn't it?
I think we all had a head down wanting to win that match, and we ended up winning it anyway, so it was just the right preparation of how you want to get into a match before you have to play a Wembley match. So we beat them, and then I remember messaging me oldies and my uncle and that saying, "Oh, what he's doing? Let's get you across to Wembley." And I think my uncle said something silly like, "Oh, mate, I don't have the money for it anymore," like something like that. Something like made it up, and I was just like, "Oh, that doesn't make sense." Like, it's like he's single, got all this money, he's got a good job. So I got onto them trying to get them over, and heard nothing from it. So I forgot all about it and just wanted to put my head down for the Wembley job. So yeah, we had a good week of training leading into that. So that's how it should have went.
Good afternoon, Halifax Panthers. I mean, the shop is open, but I do know that we're quite low on stocks of home and away replicas.
Our Pudge?
I need to go get washed, mate.
Go wash? Have you grafted?
Yeah, look, it's been on, you'd say, back burner for the last sort of couple of weeks, in back at mind, leading up to games and stuff. It's nice to finally be at this week, and coming on the back of a win yesterday, obviously makes it a bit better, so hopefully we can have a real good week this week.
Has it sunk in yet that you're going to be leading the Halifax Panthers out onto the field at the National Stadium?
No, not really. I don't think it will until the day. Obviously it's something, you're growing up as a kid, you dream of it, so I'm hoping to have a real good week this week and enjoy that on Saturday.
And how excited are you at the prospect of being able to lift the first silverware for the Panthers since 2012?
That's just another thing, obviously. All your career, obviously, grow up as a kid, you don't get many of these finals, and we're lucky enough to obviously get down there to Wembley, so hopefully we can get our hands on trophy this week.
Yeah, looking forward to it now. The weeks, it'll go really fast. That's my experience of finals weeks. They go really quick, and no sooner will we finish this one, there'll be something else we have to knock off. But a good experience. To watch how people handle themselves in the media. Obviously, Brandon gets a little bit of exposure. He's not a fan of talking, is he? But we'll have to do a little bit today.
The prospect of leading your hometown team out at Wembley is something that not a lot of player in any sport gets to do, so that must be something that you're relishing and really embracing at this moment in time.
I've not even thought about it fast, to be honest. I'm just thinking about making sure training's as good as it can be this week. We've only got 2 sessions to go at, so we need to plan them pretty well to make sure we get the maximum we can out of it in preparation for this one. But yeah, it will, now you mention it. I think leading any team out at Wembley, whether it's your hometown or not, it'll be a pretty special moment. But throwing that factor, I think it'll be a pretty good experience, won't it? Hopefully there's still plenty of fans in the ground, and Halifax hopefully and Batley will travel well, and we'll have a good atmosphere to play in it.
And finally, the prospect of lifting some silverware, not only at Wembley, but the first silverware that the Panthers will have their hands on since 2012. I mean, that must be something that, again, you're striving towards and looking forward to the prospect of competing for.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is the best we can do as Championship clubs. This is the the best bit of it, the cup bit, getting a day out at Wembley. So really happy for the lads. I think they've stuck at it for a pretty difficult year this year, and the opportunity to win something. It's not the big one, not the grand final, but it's the next one, isn't it? And we'd do really well to take that. Batley are a good team. It's going to be a very tough contest. But it's certainly one to look forward to, and you don't play in that many finals throughout your career unless you're one of the Leeds gang who dominated for years, or the current Saints crop. They're few and far between, and certainly for Championship it's difficult to get there with the quality we have in our competition. I've seen this year how tight the competition is. So we've done a good job to get here, but that's only part of the story, isn't it? Getting there and doing a good job on the day is important.
What up, bruv? They're working.
So obviously we come off the back of a good result, and that obviously helps. With the Fev game, it's always nice beating them. It's probably up there with beating Bradford personally. So there's a positive atmosphere around camp, but it's obviously heightened by the fact that we're getting to play at Wembley, and it's a tough one as well, because there's obviously the anxiety or the worry that am I going to be in a squad? Am I not? Am I going to get that opportunity? But ultimately, you kind of have to know whatever happens, it's for the team. You need to do your bit for the team. So everyone like pulled together. With it being a shorter turnaround, we had a bit more of a relaxed week.
Yeah, so we did light session Tuesday, nothing much. Same as always, 2 days after a game, it's always a light session, like just tick legs over, a little pumping gym, just look after ourselves. And then because it were a day short turnaround after a big game against Fev, one of the biggest packs in the league and one of the best teams, and we only really had Thursday to train. So Thursday were literally as normal, like Friday session, which is run through one field, like however many sets, pretty light contact, bit of speed work, and a little power session in the gym just to get the body moving moving weights fast, feeling good, and that were it. Like, they were a feel good factor there. You could definitely tell they were a buzz about training.
Finished a good win against Fev the week before. That was good for us in the league. So after a good result, you always got maybe a bit less pressure on you at training. But Cup final week is not something you get every year, or even once in your career. Sometimes you don't even get it. So it's about enjoy every training session, every little thing that's built up to it. Because there won't be another Tuesday training session before Wembley anymore. There won't be another Thursday training session, another trip with all the boys down in London for the Cup final. So you enjoy every little bit. I think the atmosphere was good. Everyone smiling, looking forward to it. And it was just a good week.
I can't remember much from Si. Probably diplomatic, usual self is saying it was just another week, I suppose. Can't really treat it much differently, because that's when stuff can go wrong.
Simon, as a player, has a high experience, and he played some grand final. He missed some as well. So that was his message, really. He had the message for the one who were lucky to play, but also for the one who were missing out, because he's been in the both spots. So also that we had a duty to not waste your opportunity, because some were behind us and would sell everything to be in our position. And after, just to enjoy, to remember, because everything will go very quick, and you'll wake up and wow, it's done already. So already the message was to enjoy, to really pay attention to every details, and just not try to do something that we know have done before. Just do exactly the same.
So I don't remember seeing a difference. I think his delivery in meetings was a bit more sincere, because it was slightly more important game, and a game that many lads may not get the privilege of taking part in again. But no, I think that he didn't go from being midweek Championship Grixie to midweek Wembley Grixie. There's no change in him.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
When you're ready, these Jim Lannon, they'll be rolling when they get here. Budget. Budget has to get nice warm, so you might be doing as well. First up, Sutty's with us for the rest of the year. Come and did one session and put a good shift in against Toulouse, so it'll be good to see what he can bring to us with a bit under his belt. So welcome, Sutty, if you aren't heard it. Next video. Woody, MVP. Enjoyed the drop goal where once it left the boot, they all turn and run back. Don't need to look at that, lads. Game-wise, stats. I thought our push went up a bit. We broke 100, but as a few identified in your feedback, 1 out when we were needed a bit more. So how do you go and have a blunt edge? Fine. All other middles do that. Everyone else shape up and offer something. 2 backs can do a box, no draws, and punch players and just add on. Because I think we just ended up going. I think the kicks in that right corner. Cooks who takes one in, and one back you come all the way to the middle, take one in. That's fine, you can do that, but can we not dress it up a little bit and make it a little bit more challenging for opposition? Right, start game. Did alright. Just, we knew they'd try and catch us a bit, boys. I think we just needed to play or get our nose down one or the other. These bits there, when we're really on it, that's out the back. Alright, that's easy and early. You've already got, Kev's got back row there if we want to give him that. It's alright, I get it. We're building into a game. But as I say, we're probably just guilty of not playing enough at times. This good overload, obviously Salty just on right. Good skill though. Nice pick. Nice to see you put your foot down, Jake, good work. Woody back front middle, as you'd expect. Finish. Yeah, this one. So, I like that we've got it on, Kev, the wide slit, the detail bit. So, how's the man in there? They'd give you what you'd expect, whether it's Chisholm or him, either way. He's slightly in front, house that back, you just need to carry it into this area, so you just keep him there. Then you've had a choice to make. You might have got your one-on-one and gone half through, or you send it straight back to Lou, and Lou, you're more of a 45 as opposed to all the way back. That'd give you the time if it came. Again, white after white, creates a bit of drama, yeah. But then Gadwin, even if that's 4, if they're 13, he don't want to be there, does he? Not comfortable with it, good skill pick. Good finish. And then this is the one that set me over the edge a little, I'll be honest. Yes, your job's to move the ball in it, but that. Sometimes we're going to get put under pump out. It's not just Lou, other people have done it throughout the year. You just got to, even if you're going to get banged, sometimes you just got to go, right, fair enough. I'll go a little bit deeper on next one. Against good teams, finals, you can't turn the ball over cheaply. You've got to spend every tackle of every step down there, not getting rid of it early. But they only need one look at the shape. This is what we expected. Look like we've got a tighter line, ready to deal with it. And you only need the one, don't they, to get you. But pray for Adam. Well, what they say about rugby league, it's a game for gladiators, isn't it? Now, right, lots of positive in there, loads of good stuff, and probably only a few things on that game I can say we need to tidy up, and that would be kick reception, because these are going to be a running threat. Our kicks, poke it in, get a couple more sets out of the game, and then see how they look. And then again, it'll be the battle of the back three this week as well. So they'll be doing, I'll show you the video on Thursday, but here, Morton, I'll say in dummy half school out, try to wrap it in behind that block. And like we did against London, do a good job against them, it takes a lot of their play away from them. Big week, all should be looking forward to it. Tonight's session's going to be steady, boys. Bit of a difference in the gym tonight. When we split, half with John, each half. Left with John, right side, sports hall, we get spike ball in there, it's just nice to have a bit of fun, really, smiles on faces. Outside the training session, we're not going to be doing too much. We just need to go through a few bits that we can get right and prepare for battle. Right. Sweet. What else we got to do? Oh, Damo's dishing out t-shirts.
Yeah, so, hey fellas, just before I go, listen, I'm going down to London tomorrow. Obviously, it's a massive week, and I won't get to see. Next time I see you guys, will be at Wembley. Interesting the feedback again this week after Feather and London and stuff. One of my called Isles when we spoke about him, his teammates, and the amount of comments that I got on the feedback from this week, and he's mentioned about turning up for each other and all that type of stuff. There's a feeling, and you lot felt it because you fed it back to us on the form and stuff. The bottom line is it's a massive opportunity, and look, they're prepared, and there's going to be no stone left unturned. The stuff what the club's putting on for you to make it a massive occasion for you guys to prepare you appropriately. Look in the business, black shoes, highly polished, black belt. I like it. Hey?
No Matland specials as well.
No Matland specials, sorted. Not a chance, mate. Right, Bobby downstairs. I wish you a safe journey down there, and I'll see you at Wembley. All right, look forward to it. Well done, lads. Cheers. Even if we don't need a belt, we have a belt.
Yeah, there we go. No.
Sure, can you?
Listen, just find that out before we stop. The first one was fine. It's when they went further in, it ended up being that side of the post, 6 blocks in that space. It's too many in it. Because then you ask them to defend. We get that. We've got a few people looking around like overcomplicating it. It's facts. We don't have to overcomplicate that. Every team does it, we deal with it.
Yeah, we were training really well. Sharp, but obviously kind of can go other way. You train so well that you come game day, that happen, and you kind of, ooh, what's going on? Or you could have a rubbish training session in the best game of your last season. But now it felt good. Everybody felt like they're on the same page. We knew what we had to do.
I think we just wanted to try and make that week one to remember, really, just enjoy each other's company and enjoy training, enjoy rocking in with smiles on faces, and just looking forward to obviously playing at Wembley that weekend. It's once in a lifetime stuff. it's going to happen to you. So we just tried to really enjoy each other's company that week.
As the week went, we had a good week and a good feeling amongst camp. It was good to be back in training with lads, and it was good just to get ready and look forward to the final.
It was making sure like we were all ready, mentally, physically, really like making sure our prep on that week were spot on. What you do at home, outside, having a good amount of sleep, eating well, start like preparing mentally, but no playing the game in advance. Then polishing our game plan to be really ready to play for this final.
Yeah, you speak to a few people, and obviously I think Crooks, he was here. Unfortunately, he couldn't play in game, but he spoke about playing at Wembley when he was a young kid, and he just thought, oh, I'll get loads more opportunities, and never had another chance. And obviously he's in his 30s now, so I think listening to him, and he spoke about kind of soaking it in and trying to enjoy everything around it, not just the game, but kind of meeting the fans, like the travel, being at Wembley. And so I think like listening to that probably helped a bit. So instead of just kind of rushing through and thinking, oh yeah, we'll just do this, we'll get this done, we'll get off it, we're willing to spend that bit more time and be with people and kind of soak in the atmosphere and take it all in and try and remember it, because we might never get there again, so it might be his only opportunity, so you want to make sure you get as much out of it as you can.
No, I mean, what I had in mind is, and that's what I remember talking with a few boys, and even during our team meeting, is obviously I knew Halifax, I haven't been there for 35 years, if I'm not wrong, were immense. And I remember one time we had a video session down on the supporter bar, and you could see last time 87, they've been there, and I could see all the frames, and in the back of my mind I was like, it might be me 25 years later, and you'll have another group and they'll see us this time. And after what I share with the boys is when you play sport, professional sport, you want to win trophies and you want to leave a legacy and be the team who go into Wembley 35 years later. You will leave a legacy, and if you win the trophy, you will be remembered forever. So that was like, for most of us, a big motivation to go down and be remembered, leaving legacy for this club.
Dice roll system. It's basically, we use a dice as a deterrent, if you like, for just sloppiness. So they're very basic things that you want out of anyone. On time, got the right kit with them. Well, on time, right kit, water bottle, other little bits like at post game we have a feedback, like a Google Doc that gets the boys all fill out, give me a bit of feedback on what they thought of the game. There's these just bits and bobs, bit of housekeeping stuff really, and keeping the gym tidy, making sure your gear's put away and whatnot. So to do that, we have, if you mess up, we have a dice system, obviously numbers 1 to 6. I won't tell you what they are because it should never be aired. And then they have a buyout if they want, they can buy out. But if you roll 3 times in a month, there's a heftier fine and a heftier forfeit around it all. But yeah, it's just kind of a fun way to monitor our standards really, like, and what we're doing, because if I'm just barking at them about being on time and that and whatnot, it becomes a bit boring and a bit school teacherish. So we use the dice as that deterrent, and it's always been pretty good, to be fair. Everyone who's not rolling enjoys it anyway. When you're rolling, it's not nice, but we've seen some funny ones this year.
I learnt pretty quickly. So when I first got here, I got 3 or 4 dice rolls in a month, and after your third one, you either pay out or you get a Robocop. And a Robocop that you shave the front of your head. So at the time, I didn't have much money, so I was like, I'm not paying out of it, so I'm just going to shave my head. And there was no games going on at that time. We just got a game cancelled in Hunslet, I think it was, a trial game. So I was like, perfect, I'm going to do it now because we're not playing any games anyway. So I shaved the front of my head for the Robocop, and then we get to training on Tuesday, and Grixie goes, we've actually had a game on Thursday against Dewsbury. So I played a game against Dewsbury with a half-shaved head. So that was a good awakening to the dice roll. But yeah, it's sort of just to to drive your standards in a fun way, but also you don't want to roll the dice.
Am I a fan? Yeah, I don't mind it. I don't think Brandon Moore is.
I'm main culprit, I think. But obviously, it's hard, isn't it? End of the day, I work and I can't control traffic, but it's obviously a laugh for boys and stuff like that, isn't it? When I'm rocking up late in work here and stuff like that, looking like a binned out pit. But yeah, I'm a fan of it. We had some good laughs with it last year, so long may it continue.
I'm pretty good in the sense I think I only had 1 or 2 this year, and I think one was I forgot to do a form or something like that, and then the other one was probably I was late or something, you know, but the things that can't be happened. Am I scared of it? It definitely gives me, if I know I'm running close, you know, coming from work and things like that, it definitely gives me a little bit of anxiety, you know, trying to get there. And because I had a few the year before with dyeing my hair blonde and that, but some of them are, you know what I mean, some of the punishments are ridiculous. I just pay out of them. I don't want to, you know.
There's quite a few good funny memories really, but probably can't be said on camera, but I don't know. I think Jake Mason's Robocop early on in the season, I think played a game against Dewsbury that was that was quite a good one, but no real standout ones that can be said really. I think the number 6, that's a pretty bad punishment. I think apart from Salty, he likes that one. I don't know why, but Salty's salty, isn't it?
What number don't you want to roll?
6.
Well, all other lads will say a 6, but I'm not too bothered about a 6. Probably there were one at the start of the year which think's gone now. It were any lads could send a text to anyone in your phone. Obviously that could turn out pretty brutal, so I think that got that got swiped pretty quick. So I wouldn't have been a big fan of that one, but rest of them you can get by with.
That's good fun. It's good fun when you're not rolling. When one of the boys are rolling, it's good, but
I hate it. Just stressful. Every time you feel like you're going to be late, you start like sweating. The other day I forgot my water bottle, and I managed to escape. Then no water bottle check, but during all session your heartbeat is going like that. It's awful. I hate it. And especially me, I'm a good client. They know I'll lose it pretty quickly, so they're just very, very giddy when I get a certain number. So, I hate it. It's awful. That's the thing I'm not going to miss when I retired.
I don't mind rolling any of them as long as I don't roll 3, because then you've got to pay out of a haircut, haven't you? Yeah, I'm a fan of accountability. I think if we just let lateness and messiness and unprofessionalism run rife. I don't want to draw comparisons to who you look like, but you don't look like a professional team if you do that. So our goal is always to run a Super League setup in the evenings. I think one of our staff goals was to be the best prepared team. There's no way of measuring that, but if you go to bed at night saying that we're pretty well prepared for that, then there's not much more you can do. Because don't forget, once the whistle goes for kick-off, other than making substitutes and providing water, what more can staff do? So yeah, I'm a fan of the dice just for keeping everyone honest and professional, but yeah, the last thing you want to do is pay 150 quid to try and get out of a haircut. That was if you rolled 2 dices in that month, it was quite near the last couple of days of the month, I'll be honest.
People panicking, is the name going to get read out? Are they going to be kind of victim at dice? Are they rolling? And then see what punishments come out. If it's kind of ones what all lads are buzzing to see, you get big celebrations, and it just brings a bit of energy and positivity to the group.
Lannister. Lads. Thank you, boss.
Yeah, roll.
Roll properly. Wembley roll. Hang on, who else has got a roll apart from them? Thomas.
Four.
Beers. Yes! Lancashire bus.
Yep. Not been late. Not been late since we joined. So we left at 20 to 4. And I'm an hard-working man. I got leave any earlier than that. And there was a bloke who missed a free week
We can get to that in a minute, but all in favour.
Well, let me talk as well. I want to talk.
He's late.
What are you doing? I'm not rolling.
Just managing. Right, lads. Alright, just clear it up.
Take it to court. Roll. Choose where you live.
Punting on his fifth roll. Choose where you live, roll.
He hasn't rolled a prop in 3 days.
Hold on.
You're going to throw a prop in next time, boy.
Is this his third one or not?
Third one.
Roll then!
Hey!
Oh, yeah!
Three.
Oh! Admin,
and while we're on admin, Kelly, you can take one bag of bibs.
Oh, bro, bus on fire.
I remember that. I didn't do it. I remember that. Three. 5.
Three days. 23.
Boys, would anyone like to throw anyone else forward? Go on.
What were you saying there?
Let's
go.
If I'm only for being late, you didn't turn up for a full week. You didn't play the game. Ill or not, you're rolling. Does everyone reckon Bob should roll, or is it a false accusation? False accusation. Falses, hands up.
Oh, Zax.
No.
I'll roll if OB rolls for that thing you did. Yes! Three, please.
Happy with that, Bob? Nice ball. False accurate. What's the free done it? That's us, boys. Work, boys.
Scan out.
Kelly, there's one bag of bibs for you. There's you bag.
Oh, sorry.
Are you sure? I'm from nowhere. Hey lads, thank you for
In traffic lights. Right, boys. All good?
Hey.
Few nice haircuts. Looking well. Right, we'll just go over them videos quickly. So, our offence. Everyone happy with that? Hope to say on it. Did everyone watch it for starters? We needed to. Go on then. What can we expect from? What can we expect to do to them and get some going?
They always check in on them as well. That's why they're doing well, but they struggle to defend it a few times.
Yeah, and I think there's a challenge there on the other little video around the snake play that they do. Why can't we do that on them? Because if they're doing it in training, I reckon they're pulling their mates' pants down. That's why they want to do it in a game and enjoy doing that play so often. It's not a difficult play to put on, just a little bit of chat. Right? We'll come back to that video in a minute. But yeah, Seagulls, I think you will get some opportunities just to pick people out. Kibula, Riley, Ward, late getting back on side. There's some opportunities there just to get their back when we're going Seagull that way. It might be that one. Just make sure you're on both sides at ruck. Manning will be quite aggressive, sometimes not. You know, you'll have to wait up as you go along, but I think there's
it's a big pitch this point. There's going to be rewards from moving that ball and turning up, so it's not going to be Cali take us to the point there. It's do a shield and turn up because they might just give you exactly what you want, right? Buchanan other side of the field, tight to his middle. Hodgson's going to be erratic up and down, but that's where you're going to get some joy. We'll just get it quick in those areas, and then we'll get down to the right of the field. We'll deal with discipline, and we're taking away a lot of their threats out. Got that? Tap will put it on there. I just think Hule gets caught a bit, and he's a lazy. And if we're moving that ball a bit, getting his legs going, then you get a tap, knock it down there. I think Titans plays good for us as well. Just flip it the other side of the ruck and travel across. He's not going to get there if we make half a break. Understand? Or if you get half a break, it'll be a bit all over the shop. He'll be focused on trying to get around, not really organising his line. Just keep moving, boys. If ever there's a week to scramble and find that little bit of energy and around your shoulder off when you're tired, it's this week. Alright? What else? Questions? Queries? Any mail from Battler? No?
Dave texted me earlier week asking about Pep game and that. I think how good of a result they were from that. Just said basically it's not like they're knowing days where it's straight up and down characters, tough lad and that. But you could, as daft as it sounds like reading the text, you could they're rattled, you know what I mean? They basically said Penn rolled and straight out middle, Bradford at foot, the same. Basically saying that's what I think, more or less, without saying it. That's what I think we're going to end up doing, and I think I know what happened last time, a bit of a blip, but we know time fault, but then this fault was best back in leagues, I think. Let's not disappoint them, give it to them. I think last time we played, we probably let the middle off a bit, didn't we? Try to go around and get the pack fresh, try not to go around, I think. This week, man, we need to.
There's time for both in there, and you're not wrong. I think they're a bit rattled. I spoke to Craig the other day. They can't put a finger on why Bradford butchered them, and that's an awful place to be. When you've lost and you can identify the areas you need to be better, you know where you need to work, don't you? I think they're just trying to dismiss it as a blip. I do think we're capable of going straight through, but a bit of skill and a bit of movement on a big pitch will open that door up to when we can smash that door up. And you're right, don't disappoint. You weren't disappointed for the last 3 weeks as a middle. I think it's best we've been as a collective. Meters getting up there where they need to be, pushing hard for each other, in and through the line, having a bit of D as well. They've been really good. We won't disappoint them this week. And for them, they've lost a few in a row. We lost against Sheffield, but we've had 3 tough games, boys. We're ready for a tough one. That's all they're going to be thinking. I think Martin said it in your little head-to-head piece, didn't he? Just going to get into a grind and see if you can stay with us, basically. That's what he's saying.
Look, 117 boys, cannot struggle was if we come like up in these last 2 weeks, I honestly I think we're the battering me. I don't know, I think about it. It seems to everyone talking about them all the time. About it.
I don't think we need more motivation for that game. I think it was just despite what Lennon said, it was just a day off last time. I think that if we know motivated down middle to keep personal on that game, that's occasion. Should be tired, boys.
Yeah, after that game last time as well, I don't know how I think about it now. I didn't think about it at the time, but I took it quite personal now we've got here. But that Wardy after game said to me, do a job on London. Want a good luck in semis or like that, do a job because we're scared to play them. We'll play you in final, but we'd rather have you than them. Oh, let's not take that personal. Yeah. So insulting it that they think we've got an easy final.
Just remember our Brown League could have taken of us middle. They were right on that point. Like I said, keep personal and really what's actually.
Right. Quite nice words there. We'll get into the video. Not too much of it. We'll get out. Get the job done. Right, speak up if there's out. I don't bring up. So generally rapping, I think put them in a corner and you'll see them rap across. Generally when they play those boys, it's bang, bang, have a look at a snake and they start moving back across the other way. Awkward, Keegan, if he makes the team, big, long, awkward thing, extra efforts on all of them, boys, really important. And before I carry on, remember when you played them last couple of times, you've all come off going, grabbing arms and keeping you in and all that sort of shit when you try to play the ball. If ever there's a week to take half a second to play the ball, it's this one. You come up with a couple of ups against these, just have that in your mind. Bit of shape and some shield shape. Generally trying to get the carries on the board early. Hookers all quite similar, busy. Leak's the most dangerous of the three, he's the one where I don't see the others featuring, to be honest. But this with them, they play the percentages when it's a grind. They put you in a corner and they want to make it difficult for you, as will we to them. Like this, look at their middle. Keegs, observing from behind ruck, Riley at the back, Gledel at the back, not offering too much, make sure we get that line width right. This is us, when we get them in them corners, tying it up, all them shirts with them showing you the number, they're not offering the mates out, boys. Got to be in there doing a good job on those blokes. Eyes up for shape. Look how steady Feather, getting back steady. No line speed from inside, no change of pace. They invite them to play and they give them all time at World as well. Taps, head in the middle, extra efforts on these pigs. Fact is their go-to. Pistol happens on either edge. I think with us having a bit of an aggressive edge, I expect a bit of that. I think they're more inclined to throw the over the top from a longer start, right? But Bradford dealt with it by having wraparound and effort. Any of the halves looking for each other. Lovely shot. But boys, you've got to find the energy there. You've got to be able to spot it and you've got to find the energy because, as it says there, if you don't, you'll regret it because they will have your pants down like that. Right? Certainly won't be disrespectful to Batley boys. They're a good team. They're good at what they do. I don't think they're a patch on you when we get it right. And I think they've been getting it right for a few weeks, but for a few blips here and there. Put this together for long enough at weekend. Go in a grind with them, the grind team, and we'll do a better job than Batley can in a grind. Yeah? One to look forward to. Let's get out there.
Young Galley. For documentary.
I've been drinking. I've been drinking.
Same brother.
Doing bad. I've never done it.
Flying all day.
What,
to make up for it? Do you do everything on? So you can have tomorrow. Do you do everything on auto or do you do manual?
Nah, man, but I always have to like before I'm doing something, I've got to refresh my mind. Bring them on.
Give it straight back. I'm not going to make it.
Yeah, so we come down to train at the show like we do when we can. Most days before we leave or play a game, we had a good training session, probably one of our best training sessions of the year. Put us in a good stead for the game.
Obviously the intensity wasn't massive, but kind of the talk, the communication, the energy around the place was probably the best it's been. Obviously all lads are buzzing, excited to be going down, playing at Wembley, and I think the Thursday session we were down at Shea, everyone were throwing ball around. I think skill were good, confidence were high coming off back of a good win, and then obviously we had a bit of a meeting, the fans event, so everyone were buzzing to be around the fans and all the atmosphere that the fans brought down that evening before we went and set off on Friday. So I think the week itself were kind of not so much like we want training hard or ripping into each other, but there were just a different feel around the place, a buzz and excitement, and obviously that plays a big part into the enjoyment and being together, moving into the game.
But in terms of training, they were probably some of the best sessions we had. It was, nothing was over thought, you know. You can get on, when you're not playing well as well, because you've had an up and down year, some of the errors that happen at training, you can kind of think too much into them when you need to realise it's just training. But whereas that week it was kind of like, okay, this is what happened, this is what you need to do next time. And yeah, just the people's attitudes were so much better, and it's probably, I'd say it was the perfect week, especially like travelling down again to this. For me, it's like being at London, I love it. So it was ideal for me, and yeah, I couldn't fault the week at all.
No pressure, Lily. I enjoy taking photos, but I wouldn't say I'm a photographer. I'd like to be, just not creative enough. And I don't know. If I got to enough places that I could photograph, I would. But maybe it's something that I get into a bit more going down the future. It's different because being a part of the group, inside the group, it's easier to get the camera in the boys' faces without them getting weirded out. So it's just a bit of fun and a different view for the boys. But it's always good fun to get some flicks of the lads.
He's taking photos. He's actually taking photos.
Wait, look at this. Look at that. Why does he look like that?
Career as a photographer after rugby league.
It's on the cards, you know. There's good photographers and there's natural photographers. I remember we had a really good week training. I remember that, and like, I think, you know, we were up and down. The season's been up and down the whole year, but it just had that vibe around it where it's like, all right, it's a new competition. And this is what we've kind of set out to do. So, like, you know, let's give ourselves the best chance to do it. And as Grixie does and the coaching staff, they prepared us exactly how they always do, you know, tick every box. And I remember we had a training session here, I think maybe on the Thursday, and we got to come up and see the fans before we went, and just even that, seeing how much it meant to like the community, that was another like big eye opener. It was, you know, this one's a bit more than a game of rugby this weekend. Like, it's actually, you know, something you can bring back and something for the fans to celebrate with you. And
you know, we went into the show in the bar area and we're just greeted by 100 or so fans, young kids, and the old fans that had always been there. It was just, yeah, it's just a bit surreal that you know that you're going to Wembley the next day to win a cup for this town and this club. So, you know, to have them all there and support us the way they did, it was, yeah, put us in the right mind.
The passion that a lot of people have for this club, and I think it goes a long way with the players that come and play here. You know, you're not just playing for yourselves and stuff, you're playing for a whole bunch of people, I suppose, week in, week out, whether it's Wembley or not. Still the same, I think, across the board.
I think that's obviously the first time that we'd sort of, I know obviously it was Wembley and stuff like that, but the first time we'd had that kind of interaction with the fans, and to see them all there in the numbers, you know what I mean, and wanting you to sign all the shirts and stuff, and just a real buzz around. I think there was just, around that time there was a real buzzing around the town, and obviously maybe people that hadn't been coming to games have maybe thought back to that when in previous when they'd won it and all gone down in the families and stuff, and getting out and supporting the town. So to see them all there on that night, I think it put us in a good spirits for the weekend.
Probably that's when the excitement started, you know, probably started to feel a bit more real. It was good seeing good to go in and see all the fans, see how excited they were. Probably started our feelings, started that ball rolling, and Just we'll start the occasion really, wasn't it? We had a good session on the field, and then we did that to have a photo together then on the screen. Good photo actually, and then getting ready for get prepared to travel down there, and it was just a good way to start the weekend as a whole.
It was unreal, you know, makes you feel like you're one of them football superstar that attract millions of people to stadium. It felt the same, even if it's 100 people from Halifax and all close friends and family. It felt unreal. The feeling you got about it, it was unreal. So it was just, I think I got a smile on my face the whole week.
To see that you can put a smile on a kid's face when you sign the top, or people like, I'm just a normal lad from Sydenham, people want you to sign the shirts and they want a signature and stuff like that. It's quite surreal to see that people want that. Obviously people want Lachlan Walmsley's and people like that, but it's nice when someone asks you for a signature and stuff like that, because it might be note to you, and sometimes I just think, what, you want me to devalue your top? As a bit of a joke, but it's a nice gesture, and like I say, like, to know that you have that sort of thing to make people happy, and have an event like that to see how many people came and showed support and were proud of us as a team and this club, and what we'd achieved so far were like unbelievable. Like, it was just nice to know how many people were backing us and took time out of their Thursday night to come down here and wanted to be a part of the training session and see the lads the day before we went down to London.
Especially there were lots of young kids. That was good to see, because what you need is to how do I say, to make them dream, have some aspiration and goals, and this is how I have been influenced by watching my hometown team and the professional team, and when they won in 2000 the league, and we're like, wow, I want to be part of that. Me too, I want to win a title. So automatically this time I feel like I was on the other side and trying to give some aspiration to this young kid, and I'm sure we've made some we've made that by winning over there, because they remember that, and now they're like, I want to do like Louis Jouffre or like Adam Tangata, and I want me as well to play Wembley one day and lift the cup, and that's what it matters, especially for our sports, where we know as popular as other sports. This is where we start with this young generation. So that was where it was very important as well to create a legacy and start some to inspire the next generation.
Did you sign any of your own face masks?
Yeah, but I think they've been tampered with. I've got no front teeth on that one.
I thought I didn't make the face mask cut because I wasn't good enough looking, but then one back got one, didn't I? And it's rotten, so I don't know what. You must have to be a try scorer to get a face mask.
I just remember such a positive atmosphere, like, not so much there was just a good buzz around the place. I can't think of the word. It's not, you know, just people were excited for us, and they were like, oh, we're going to be there. And so you're talking to people when you're going down, what you're doing, what your plans, and you hear what people are doing, and you know, it's brilliant, and it was great for the club. It was a great event for the club, and I think all the players loved it as well. I know I did personally.
All the stuff up on the screen of how the season had gone and whatever, and yeah, it was nice, and the fans wanted all the Wembley stuff signing, and yeah, it felt good. It felt like we were all coming together as a club, and good to get that in with the fans before we travelled off down there, you know.